Hi there. It's Miss Lisa, the Youth Services Librarian for the Haywood County Public Library, the Waynesville branch. Today, in this virtual program, we're going to show you how to make your very own homemade bath bombs. You can do this by picking up a kit at any of the library branches. But if you don't make it in to pick up a kit, we will have the instructions posted along with the video. These bath bombs can be made with simple ingredients that you should have at home. In your kit, you will find a set of instructions, 4 dry ingredients: baking soda, Epsom salts, cornstarch, and citric acid. Citric acid is the most important part of your bath bomb because this is what will cause the fizzing action. You'll find a small cup of coconut oil, some lavender essential oil, and some food coloring. We included 2 molds for your bath bombs. One is a silicone mold in a fun shape, and the other is a plastic ball. You will need a glass bowl to combine your dry ingredients into. We're going to take our baking soda, our Epsom salts, and our cornstarch, and we're going to add them to the bowl. Citric acid will come later. We're going to add these first 3 ingredients though, and we're going to mix them up really well. You're going to take a whisk, a wire one or a plastic one if you have one, and we're just going to combine those ingredients up really well. You want to stir them together for about a minute just to get everything really mixed. The cornstarch is really fine, so you want to make sure that it gets combined well with the Epsom salts and the baking soda. Stir it up really well. So now you're going to combine your liquid ingredients into a small cup. First, you want to melt your coconut oil in the microwave. Put it in the microwave for 15-second intervals until it is melted. It takes about 30 to 45 seconds to get it fully melted. Then we're going to add a teaspoon and a quarter of coconut oil. Then you're going to need some water. We're going to add about 1.5 teaspoons of water. Now we also included in your kit some food coloring, so you're going to want to add that to this mixture. A few drops should be fine because you don't want to color it too dark. Just add a few drops. We also included some lavender essential oil. Now, I will tell you that the Epsom salts are scented. A fun fact, Waynesville, North Carolina is home to the largest manufacturer of Epsom salts in the country. It's Giles Chemical down on Frog Level. They make Epsom salts there, and my son works there, and he brought home several bags of Epsom salts. And they're scented, so I thought we would use them in this project. So you don't have to add the essential oil unless you really just want to add it. Now we're going to mix all this up. You can mix it with just a small spoon. Mix it all together really well. There you go. And then we're going to add this to our ingredients in our bowl. And you want to add it slowly and whisk it in as you're adding it in. Start with, there you go. Whisk it as you're adding it in. Now it will get a little clumpy, and that's okay. We'll get the clumps out. But I just want you to whisk it all in there, all of the wet ingredients. And then we'll work on getting the clumps out. You may have to actually use your hands to get rid of some of the clumps. Okay, so I've broken up some of the lumps. You can actually kind of get in there and use your fingers to do that. Now we're going to add some citric acid. And citric acid is what causes the bath bombs to fizz. This is an important ingredient. So we're going to add that, and we're just going to whisk it up. And this is looking really, really cool. Okay. Now, if you look at it, you're going to see that it's got the consistency of kind of sand. Like, this is what you want. You don't want it to be too wet. You want it to have the consistency of like damp sand, like you're going to build a sandcastle. You don't want it wet, you want it damp. So now, when you get it to this consistency where it will stay like this, take your mold right here, and we're just going to pack it down in it. Pack it on in there. Like that. Okay, we're going to set that one aside for a minute. Now, I also gave you this kind of mold. So you're going to fill up one side with your mixture. Pack it in there really good. Like that. Now get your other side. And put it in it. Pack it in. Pack it in really good. And then we're going to put them together, like so. You really want to push them together. Okay. Now we're going to carefully, very carefully take your top one off, like that. And we're going to let this sit like that. Let it dry. If you take your other one, we're going to turn it upside down. You can use a piece of plastic wrap or wax paper. Just going to turn it upside down like that. And try to take the mold off. Okay. And then we're just going to let them dry. Okay, I think I may make another one like this. Okay, batch it in here really good. All right, so if you have any trouble, or if it doesn't seem like it wants to mold, or if it starts to crack, you can put it back in and try again, and you might want to spritz a little water. If you've got like a little squirt bottle, just squirt a little more water But again, don't get it too wet because the water will react with the citric acid and it'll cause it to start fizzing, and you've sort of fizzled your bath bomb. Okay, so here we're going to try another one. Push this in here. We're going to flip it over here on this and see how that came out. Okay. And you can see this one's falling apart a little, so we may want to put these back in. We'll check on this one, this round one. And there you have it. We'll check on it later and take the bottom shell off and see how it did. But right now we'll set it up here. I don't know if I'll set it right there like that. You want to let them dry for about an hour. And then try to take it out of the mold and see how it does. And then after you've taken them out of the mold, then you let them dry for a few more hours. Overnight would be great if you can, and then you can put them in a dry place, wrap them in plastic wrap, whatever you want to do till you're ready to use them. Okay. Enjoy. Let me know how it goes.